Hey guys, Karen again. I want to go over today some of my favorite products for us houseplanty people, whether you have one houseplant or, I don't know, 100, 200, 300. These are problems that we all face no matter how many we have. So I figured I'd go over some of my favorite products. Fungus gnats is number one. Everybody gets fungus gnats. If you haven't had them yet, consider yourself lucky, but they come in. We get them in our plant orders. This is what I do here. You're gonna wanna listen. I know some of these YouTubers say to use the mosquito bits. Sprinkle them in your soil. The problem with mosquito bits is if you put them on top of your soil, eventually they start to mold and you get this white fungus on top of your soil. That's not a great option. You mix it into your soil mix before you plant. It's not enough of the product that actually takes care of the fungus gnats. So I want you to think of fungus gnats like mosquitoes, okay? They're very, very similar. They like the same type of environment, a moist environment. That's where they breed. That's where they like to live, okay? The product that's in mosquito bits is actually a bacteria that kills them at larval stage, okay? Let's cut to the chase. Let's just use the bacteria, which is what this product is right here. This is thuricide. This is a liquid form of that bacteria. What I want you to do, and what I do here when I get new plant orders, and what I do at home the minute I see a fungus gnat, is I pop this bottle open. And this goes with any of your concentrates, you guys. Has the metal seal. Don't take the metal seal off. Just poke a hole in it, so that when you go to squirt it in your bottle, you only get a little bit and it's not pouring everywhere. I squeeze a little bit of that in my watering can every time I water. After 3 waters, I have built up enough bacteria, this bacteria, that kills them at larval stage, and my problem is nearly gone. I haven't had fungus gnats in my house, knock on wood, I just jinxed myself. But I haven't in my house, even bringing new plants in months, literally months. Try that. That in combination with your houseplant sticky traps in your worst plants will cure your problem. I promise you. Try that. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is other nuisance pests. So we have your mealybugs, we have your spider mites, we have thrips, sometimes whiteflies, sometimes aphids. I've had all of them with the exception of whitefly. That's a little more uncommon at my house. I have tried numerous different things. My go-to is always Captain Jack's Dead Bug. This is put out by Bonide. This is an organic product. I will use this on just about everything as my first defense, okay? Tops and bottoms of leaves. I stick it usually in my bathtub or my shower, and I spray tops and bottoms. I let it dry and I put it back in place. No need to rinse it off. It doesn't make it light sensitive like your neem oils do and things like that. Great, great, great option. The next thing that I want to talk about is fungus. If you grow any kind of begonias, you get powdery mildew. Sometimes Hoyas get like a black spot. The first line of defense for any kind of fungus is your copper fungicide. This is also an organic product put out by Bonide. It is fantastic. Again, stick it in your bathtub, your shower, your kitchen sink, tops and bottoms of leaves. Spray it down, let it dry, put it back in place. With your powdery mildew, some of your more difficult diseases, you're going to want to apply it a second time, usually about a week later, to cure it up. The next product here is called Revitalize. That product is also a great fungus control, but what this does is it actually enables your plant to build up it builds its immune system. So it's almost like a super vitamin for your plant itself. It actually helps strengthen the plant so it can fight off those diseases on its own. Fantastic. So if your copper fungicide isn't doing the job for you with your begonias, I have a couple cane begonias that I am struggling with powdery mildew. I tried it with this. We'll see how it goes, but I have heard really good things about this product. Again, organic. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is not necessarily chemical, but it's a supply. It's something that I use regularly at my house as well as here at the shop. I love these mister bottles. These are fantastic. I have them in 2 different sizes. This does a nice fine mist spray, unlike those other kind that like really give you hand fatigue and it shoots like a sharp spray and then you have to like play with the dial and whatever. This thing is super fine. I use this a lot for mealybugs. I put some rubbing alcohol in here, usually 71% I think it is, or the 90% with some water, and I spray my mealybugs with it on my Hoyas. I leave this right with my Hoya bench, and every time I see a little mealy, I spray it. But look at how fine that is. Really easy on my hand. It's a nice fine mist, and you can go, and it just keeps misting. This is fantastic. I love these sprayers. I also have one of these in my bathroom when I do my hair. Just water in that one though. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is we all have pots that are hanging that are a pain in the butt to take down to water, whether it's in macrame or it's too high, you gotta pull the ladder over a chair or whatever. It's dangerous. This little device is the best invention ever. It is just like a regular spray bottle on the bottom, but it has this tube that goes all the way to the bottom, comes up to the top and curls over. So all you have to do is put it up to your hanging basket and you squeeze, and the water shoots out the top into the pot. It's brilliant, you guys. This is a brilliant invention. This will save you so much time. All right, next thing I want to talk about are these adorable suction cup hooks. These are sold in the birding area, but I did throw some out into the plant room itself. I use these all the time out in the plant room. I have a ton of them at home as well. These work great for those little hanging 4.5-inch white baskets that everybody loves, and the black ones. It is just the right size for that, and these suction cups really do hold well. One suggestion is to clean your window really, really well with like a rubbing alcohol. There's no oils, and it gives you a really good tight hold. These are fun, and they're only 10 bucks a piece. So if you're running out of room on your, windowsill, start putting them on your windows. More room for plants. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is pots. I really like using clear plastic pots for my plants. They have exceptional drainage in the bottom, which is fantastic for somebody like me. As I had mentioned in my soil video, I am an overwaterer. So drains really, really well, especially with my custom mix. So make sure you watch that video. But I also get an idea what the roots look like. I can tell how much water has gone down through when I'm watering. I just love clear plastic pots. So we got them in a couple different sizes. I have this larger one, which is about a 5.5 inch. I have this one here, which is a 4-inch. I like this orchid pot with the slits in the side. You can use it for orchids, but regular potting mix will work on this too because it is a small slit in it, but excellent drainage on the bottom. And then the ones that everybody always asks me about when I do the curly girl cuttings is the square pots when you're doing propagation, because you can put them really tight together. You can fit a lot more in an area than with the circular ones. I got some of these in too. Again, clear, so you can see the roots. It's fantastic. The other nice thing about these, they're ugly. All right, I get it. They're not the prettiest thing to look at, but cover pots, you guys, I know you've seen pots that don't have drainage and you're afraid of them. Put these inside your cover pots. Nobody will know, and then it's still pretty. You just pop it out when you need to water it, or you can water it in place too. Just dump out the water so it doesn't sit in there. Perfect use for cover pots. All right, next is moss poles. We are all growing something that could use a moss pole. We have the moss poles, short ones to start out, and then when it outgrows that pole, you just stick the second one on. It is stackable as far as you want. I have, what do I have at home? Oh, I have a Monstera adansonii that I have 6 of these stacked, and it's already outgrown it. So I gotta throw a 7th on there, but super easy. So you're not sitting there with a young plant with this huge, ugly pole sticking out of it. You just add them as you go. Super easy. Okay, so the last thing is a little bit out of the box, but it kind of fits. So when you're done doing all of your planty chores for the night or afternoon or morning, whenever you're doing your chores, repotting, your hands get filthy. We carry Hogwash. This is my absolute favorite soap by Salamander. This soap is fantastic. It will get anything off of your hands. Our guys use this in the wintertime when they're doing Christmas trees. You know, the pine sap. I know if you put up a live tree, you know what that pine sap is like. This takes it right off. Auto Mechanics takes that grease right off your hands, and it's not harsh on your skin. It is fantastic. There's oatmeal in here, super smooth. It doesn't smell like foo-foo. So you can leave it there. Your guys in the household can use it and not feel like, you know, they're using a woman's soap. This is fantastic, especially for you gardeners. When you're out there digging in the dirt, you come in for the night, wash down with this, little scrub brush on the nails, good to go. Those are my favorites, you guys. I will be back to you again with another video. I don't know what that's gonna be yet, but you will see me and you will know. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you soon and have a great day, you guys.